Hello, my name is Chris Behringer, President of the Behringer Group. For over 45 years, we've been helping some of the great families in America maximize financial objectives while minimizing family conflict. Today, we are going to talk about the 7 roadblocks to dynastic wealth. Before we begin, you might be asking yourself, what is dynastic wealth? Dynastic wealth, as we define it, is seeking to have your wealth last for 100 years or more to support future generations and charities throughout the time. The goal is for the assets to never sunset. Now that we have defined dynastic wealth, let's move on to our first roadblock. The first roadblock is a big one: family conflict. Even if you believe your family is exceptional and immune to disagreements, being properly prepared for potential conflicts is crucial. Conflict has the potential to tear families apart and derail their objectives. To mitigate family conflict, effective planning is crucial. This involves establishing a comprehensive family mission statement that encompasses long-term goals, including aspects such as family culture, financial objectives, charitable endeavors, decision-making policies, and distribution policies. Additionally, implementing a transparency policy is essential to foster open communication and trust among all family members, regardless of the significance of the information shared. Another way to reduce potential conflicts is to ensure that all beneficiaries receive clear explanations of legal documents that affect them. When everyone understands the meaning and intent of the document, there is less room for misinterpretation or confusion. This can prevent unrealistic expectations or disagreements about a document's purposes, what a document permits, and what the responsibilities of its fiduciaries are. Furthermore, early education and thorough preparation of future successive generations are essential components in building, understanding, resilience, and harmony within the family structure. Delaney is going to walk you through the next roadblock.
The next roadblock to dynastic wealth is asset protection. Being proactive and planning for unforeseen circumstances is essential for safeguarding financial assets. To protect your assets from marital disputes and potential lawsuits and liabilities, consider placing them in entities that provide protection from creditors, such as trusts, partnerships, or LLCs. This strategy ensures that your assets are passed on to your intended beneficiaries. Additionally, attaining appropriate property and casualty insurance is vital for protecting both individuals and their property. So, if you haven't already, investing in P&C insurance is a wise decision, as it provides financial security for your family in case of unexpected accidents on your property. Additionally, evaluating the appropriate levels of umbrella coverage is recommended to ensure continued protection once the limits of other insurance policies are reached. Whenever possible, opt for non-recourse loans. Non-recourse loans offer protection by limiting the lender's liability to pursue assets beyond the loan's collateral. In other words, the lender should not be able to attach assets to the loan collateral to recover the debt owed. The next roadblock to dynastic wealth is estate planning. Preserving generational wealth requires careful planning to avoid losing a significant portion of one's assets to transfer taxes due to inadequate preparation. To minimize estate tax liabilities, it's important to maximize the use of GST exemptions. Additionally, consider utilizing tax-saving asset transfer techniques like grant-to-retained annuity trusts and charitable trusts for a tax-efficient wealth transfer. GRATs can facilitate transferring assets to beneficiaries with minimal or no gift and estate tax implications. Meanwhile, charitable trusts function by making defined payments to beneficiaries and charities for a period of time and then to designated beneficiaries. Now I'm going to turn it back over to Chris.
The next roadblock to dynastic wealth is investment management. Effective investment management is critical and must be aligned with the family's long-term goals. For example, the investment approach for a family with a 100-year wealth transfer plan will differ significantly from that of a family with a 30-year time horizon. When making investment decisions, it's essential to adhere to sound investment principles and conduct thorough due diligence. Additionally, it's important to acknowledge that sometimes the best investments are the ones you opt not to pursue. Even if an investment appears promising initially, A comprehensive analysis may uncover risks or drawbacks that outweigh potential returns and are not consistent with the family goals and objectives. While private investments can provide attractive returns and diversification opportunities, they often entail higher risks and lower liquidity compared to public market investments. Therefore, it's important to establish the necessary infrastructure for evaluating and overseeing all investment opportunities effectively. The next roadblock is on every family's mind: cost management. Managing costs effectively is crucial for preserving wealth over time. One approach to cost management involves targeting an average total infrastructure expense of an established percentage over 5 years. This encompasses various elements such as the expenses associated with maintaining a family office staff, investment fees, accounting fees, and the dreaded legal fees. However, it's important to note that it can be acceptable for these fees to be higher, particularly if the investment platform is actively involved in private investments and private equity opportunities. In such cases, the higher fees may be justified by the potential returns and benefits associated with these types of investments. And just as a general rule of thumb, I would suggest that a 1% fee of the total infrastructure would be appropriate. The next roadblock to dynastic wealth is a big one. It's excessive distributions. Establishing sound distribution policies is essential for maintaining long-term financial stability. Such policies serve as guidelines for how assets, income, and/or principal are distributed over time, ensuring that resources are managed effectively to sustain wealth for future generations. Distribution policies must be not just standalone guidelines, but should be deeply integrated into the family's overarching mission statement and values. This integration helps ensure that financial decisions are aligned with the family's broader objectives and aspirations. During challenging market conditions, exercising caution becomes even more important. Generally, experts recommend keeping distributions below 3% of the total assets. This helps reduce the risk of depleting assets prematurely or encountering financial hardships during market downturns. Delaney is going to walk you through the last roadblock.
The final roadblock to dynastic wealth is exponential growth of family members. As a family grows, resources are divided among more members, which can impact the distribution of wealth within the family. It's important to anticipate how this growth will affect wealth distribution. One proactive approach is to aggressively grow the family's wealth to ensure future generations can maintain the same standard of living enjoyed by current ones. Alternatively, families may choose to focus on securing a stable foundation for future generations, acknowledging that they may not inherit as much as previous ones. So whether you intend to support your family for 30 or 300 years, effective governance and risk management practices are crucial. They serve as the foundation for securing the longevity and sustainability of a family's wealth and legacy. By embracing and enacting these 7 practices, one is not only safeguarding a family's future, but also laying the groundwork for wealth that will extend to generations yet to come.
This was a very, very large topic. We could do standalone videos on each of the 7 roadblocks. Hopefully, you're able to garner some good information today on this broad overview. As always, thank you so much for watching.